Hello, thanks for joining in today's video. Today I want to talk about time management skills. And if you manage your time effectively, you can significantly improve your career. You can be able to fast track your career development and go places that you've never dreamed in a very short time. So it's quite important that we handle this topic because it's something that I have struggled with, time management, and I've seen a lot of people, especially young people, struggle with it. So it's important that we talk about it. So organizing each day helps you to complete your tasks on time. It helps you to be able to follow through with a given plan and to be able to get things done and stay engaged during maybe important meetings and stay engaged during important functions. But also, it's helping you to be creative and to be able to find new ways to get things done. So that's what time management does. So when you have these skills, they're gonna boost your productivity, your creativity, and make you a more responsible professional, and one that can be relied on and one that can be trusted to get things done. So in today's video, we want to just go through a list of skills that you need to cultivate in order to be able to effectively manage your time. And so having time management skills can ultimately lead to accomplishing goals and advancing your position, advancing your career in general. And in today's video, so we want to discuss the meaning of time management, why time management is important for you, and also look at ways in which we can showcase our time management skills. So the first thing we want to look at is, what are time management skills? So time management skills, they include a variety of skills that will help you manage your time well. They will help you manage your time effectively. And some of the most important time management skills are the ones I'm going to be talking about right away. So the very first one is organization. So staying organized can help you to be able to manage your time well, because it helps you to maintain a clear picture of the things that you want to get done and when you want to get these things done. So when you organize yourself, you're giving yourself this power to have a clear picture of where you're going and how you want to get there. And being well organized might mean also maintaining an up-to-date calendar. So having a calendar, I would say, really just gives you that day-to-day reminder or reminders of the things that you should be doing so you don't forget, because we're human beings, we can forget things that we had planned in our heads to be done. But if we write these things and have a calendar, we are not going to easily forget these things. And being able to locate certain documents easily also can come from this ability to having a calendar, developing one for yourself and using it effectively. And it also goes a long way to help you to be very tidy. You have a tidy environment, and you because then you can take detailed notes as an individual, because you have a calendar, right? So that calendar, you can take notes in your calendar. So we have our computers, our phones. Some of these come with calendars that you can customize. So that's something you want to look at. Organization is a very, very important skill when it comes to time management. The next thing we want to talk about is prioritization. Prioritization is simply assessing each of your responsibilities and determining which ones should get done first. So it's a great key to good time management when you're able to effectively prioritize. So there are many ways to prioritize what you need to get done or what you need to accomplish. You might want to decide to complete fast, simple items, then followed by maybe more involved ones, the ones that are time consuming. So that might be your strategy to prioritize, so that you can get the very little things done at the start of your day first. Maybe it was just proofreading a letter, getting it signed. You can do that, or getting assignments that require less time done first, and then you can spend the rest of your day doing those ones that require lots of time. What I've found in my own life is that when I get things, the smaller things done, they kind of motivate me throughout my day because I know I had done something and it was all completed. So I have that, a sense of motivation of knowing that something was already done. Whereas if I start my day with something more difficult, then I spend all the day on it. And then when I think about what I've achieved for the day, I see that I've done nothing, and therefore it's demotivating instead. So make sure you are prioritizing your day and prioritizing the activities you want to carry out in a given day. The next thing is goal setting. Goal setting is a very important time management skill. So setting goals is the first step to becoming a good time manager. Goal setting allows you to clearly understand your end goal. It helps you to understand what the end game is, what exactly you need to prioritize to accomplish. It helps you to understand that. And so you want to set both short-term and long-term goals that can lead to success in your career. It's very, very important. Don't just have long-term goals, but make sure you can have short-term goals. So if you have a goal maybe to accomplish a certain thing throughout the year, make sure you break down to daily tasks, which are your short-term goals, maybe monthly goals as well. So goal setting is very important, because if you set out aimlessly, you would find out that you're not going to accomplish anything if you don't have a plan. So I would say setting goals is like having a plan, right? So make sure that you set your goals. We're going to talk about planning in a more effective way later, but goal setting is very important here to highlight as a time management skill. The next thing we want to talk about is communication. Communication is a very, very important time management skill because it allows you to make your plans and goals clear to people, and especially the people you're working with. It also allows you to delegate, which then leads to a greater focus in completing the most important, relevant task, and also aligning with your goals. So you have to be able to communicate. This is a very effective time management skill. The more effective you are in your communication, the more effective you are in your time management. So if you are someone who doesn't communicate clearly, concisely to your co-workers or teammates, you would find out that they don't, in the first place, understand the things they're expected to do, and therefore there is a lot of time wasting. But when you communicate effectively, they will understand quickly what is expected of them, and they will go about and do what is expected of them. And as an individual, if you can be able to also articulate the things you want to get done, maybe in writing, it helps you to get those things done faster, quickly, efficiently. So make sure that you can develop and boost your communication skills. Next thing we want to focus on, which of course is very important and crucial, is delegation. So the ability to delegate tasks, to assign things to other people in your team to be completed is very important, especially when it comes to time management. So delegation, we look at it as a great time management skill. So being a good time manager means not only completing your tasks on your own, but being able to delegate those tasks to other people to be completed. And what that does is that it helps minimize the amount of time that you spend getting things done, because you spread the effort across, and many people are focusing on doing different parts of one thing, and therefore when they're done with their part and you're done with yours, the whole thing comes together neatly and you accomplish your goal or your task within record time. And I know this is quite challenging, because sometimes we want to take credit for ourselves. Oh, I got this done all by myself, and therefore, yeah, I'm so strong, and I really can get things done on my own. But sometimes I measure success from one's ability to be able to delegate things to other people, and it can be challenging sometimes, to be honest with you. But you have to find a way to, you know not always wanting to take credit for yourself, but also wanting to share that credit with other people. You don't want to be self-absorbing, wanting to absorb all the credit for yourself. Delegating can be very, very challenging, but it is important to practice having boundaries to manage your time well and ultimately accomplishing your goals. The reason I say this is because sometimes we want to just do everything. We become workaholics, yet we're not very effective. I've seen people who are workaholics, but they're not effective because they haven't understood this power that lies in delegating functions. So if you're watching, make sure that you are someone who can delegate. Get your team members involved and get the whole team involved, and also relieve yourself of that stress and see that you're getting things done in record time. Stress management is the next skill in time management. So you have to find ways to manage your stress. And this is a question I've often heard in interviews, job interview sessions. What are the things you do to relieve yourself of stress that comes as a result of your work? And sometimes people struggle to answer that question. But one thing I found out is, having a work-life balance is very important. Making sure that after work, you go home and find ways to relax, find ways to be on your own, to be detached from your work. I know, many people, especially in developing countries that don't have effective mechanisms to monitor time management, maybe like a clocking system or ways to ensure that staff can have a good work-life balance. We may not have this very ideal situation. But what I want to encourage is when you leave your office, make sure you really, really are not taking anything with you to your home. Make sure that you go with nothing. I remember back in the day, I would carry my computer with me, carry documents with me to go work on. That wasn't helping me, as I realized, because I come back the next morning to the office tired instead of being refreshed. But when you go home with nothing, but just an empty head to just relax and enjoy yourself, you come back the next morning more refreshed and more determined to get things done on record time. So if you want to manage your time effectively, you have to find a way to manage your stress. Sometimes you may just find something to do after work that relieves you of your stress and take you off your mind of your work, your difficult work day. But focusing on those things and relaxing can be very, very important, because they will help you to stay motivated and be able to perform well when especially when you have an ongoing schedule. You might also want to do this by including maybe small breaks throughout your day. Don't just sit and work for 5 hours straight. Make sure you have breaks, and make sure you can reward yourself, especially when you've got things done. You can reward yourself, go out for a lunch and reward yourself. When you've accomplished something big or a big task, make sure you reward yourself. It's very important. And take time to develop each of these skills that we've talked about today, and you will see how effective your life will become and how you would become more successful in your career. Why is time management important? Time management skills are important because they help you structure your work in a way that allows you to accomplish more things, to accomplish your goals. If your goal is to get a job, for instance, you need to update your resume, search for openings, apply, research companies, and prepare for interviews. So setting aside specific amounts of time per day will help you to complete the necessary steps that you need to get a job. So that's just an example, right? So when you do this, you're effectively becoming a good time manager. And as we go down to end, I want to just talk about the fact that you're just a steward of your time. You don't own your time. God has entrusted that time into your hands. So you have to find ways to be an effective manager of that time. So how do we improve our time management skills? The very first thing is that, like we've said, set short-term and long-term goals. So manage your calendar well. You want to prioritize your assignments, and as we've highlighted today, make sure that you are becoming someone who knows what is more important and what needs to be done first, so you can start from those things, and also what can be done easily should be done first, so that it can motivate you to get the difficult things done throughout the rest of your day. Thank you for watching again. I'm always very excited for an opportunity to speak with you. If you've been blessed by this message today or by this video, please click the share button, like, subscribe, and spread the word, and may God richly bless you.